Beautiful. I wanted to make this video to explain to you what is an orgasmic birth and how I've been practicing and experienced one. So, orgasmic birth is basically feeling, experiencing the stimulation around your clitoris of the vibration of everything that's happening in your body as you give birth. So usually, there's really little studies about this, but usually it's when you're about to have baby coming out, the contraction are very strong, and you have your blood flow that makes your clitoris swollen and big, and you have all this pressure from your perineum on your vagina, on your cervix and clitoris. So basically, what apparently is happening is that you are able, if you're able to surrender completely to these feelings of your body, you're only feeling all this vibration and pressure around your clitoris, and that leads to an orgasm. In my case, it's when it happened, I had my waters until I was basically giving birth. I was 10 centimeters open and I still had my waters. And I felt the push and break my water then with that push. And this is when the vibration of maybe breaking my water, the the whole blood flow that was happening made everything vibrating and this pressure. And this is how I had seriously the orgasm of my life. And then when my water broke, that's when the baby's head was ready to come in. And after that orgasm, it's what we call the circle of fire. So basically, the head, when your baby's head is coming out of your vagina, you can feel a circle of fire around. It's just because of like the way the head is coming through, and that actually lasts like a second. It's very quick. And as you just experience an orgasm, usually the circle of fire, you can feel it, you can feel the fire, but you're still in your trance of your orgasm. So then you kind of like in both sides, but you also like feel really energized, and then usually the body just come out. You don't feel anything. So it's very lubricated. That's why also you don't really feel the body, because of your orgasm. You have lubricated your canal so perfectly so that baby can just slide down, and it's just the most beautiful thing ever. What I want to emphasize around the orgasmic birth is I think some women can have it without practicing for it, but I do think that if you practice for it like I did, you really have 95% chance to have one. Why? Because having an orgasm during birth is really about knowing how to trust your body. It's to know how to completely surrender to what your body is telling you and work with it. Be a team member with your body, instead of having fear and seeing, all the contraction as pain. You actually enter a relationship with your body where you're like, oh, this is what you're telling me. Okay, then I'm doing that. So like learning how to translate that language. And I know that very well because I had to translate a lot of English words in my French mind sometimes, and vice versa. So like basically doing that with the body is like learning another language. You're learning your body language. You're learning that your contraction are the perfect messengers to let you know that right now your cervix is about, is ready to open a little more. So then a breathwork practice, there's a lot of connection to the vibration with the sound, the breath, the body, the massages, the tapping. There's a lot of things that you can incorporate within the last 6 months of your pregnancy. Usually you want to start after the first trimester because you feel like more safe, and baby is here, and like you have just like a different mindset. The first trimester is so precious, and we kind of want to take it slow then, and then when you enter the second trimester, you're kind of like ready for it. So orgasmic birth is, yes, I believe, needs practice and trust in our body. We're not educated for it. Also, I want to talk about the shame that a lot of women have when it's about talking about an orgasm during birth. I heard so much. Our women have been ashamed for it, haven't talked about it because they thought it was embarrassing. I just want you to know that an orgasmic birth is literally what your body wants to have, because the recovery, how your intimacy looks like, and I'm gonna go deep in this topic if you work with me on this, but the recovery with an orgasmic birth is basically ideal. It's so smooth because you have lubricated so much your cervix that when baby comes out, especially with your orgasm, your clitoris is also like really lubricate all of the zone of the outside. So when baby comes out, you usually don't have any tear. There's not enough research for it, so I'm just gonna talk about my own case. But I had no tear. My lips were not swollen. It looked like nothing happened, guys. It was incredible. I felt like I was on drugs after I gave birth, like a good one. Like I was just like, I was, in this like trance phase. I was so happy. I was dancing. I was literally dancing when my baby was in my arm. I could stand up right away. I could feel that I was just like so empowered, so full of energy. And we need that back in our societies. We need to be okay to say, yeah, why not? Why can I not have an orgasmic? But what's embarrassing about that? Nothing's embarrassing about that. It's all about actually being like amazed with what your body can do for you. It's your partner. Your body is your best partner in this lifetime. It's your best friend, especially during labor and birth. So it's time that you learn that you can absolutely trust your body to have a baby, and you can actually have this pleasurable birth. And when you have this pleasurable birth, it's also like this world vision then that changes your life. Because you know then what your body can do. And especially, you have trained for it. So you have learned how to connect deep with yourself. You have learned to completely surrender to pleasure and this vibration and this sensation in your physical body. You have learned how your clitoris works. You have learned how your womb can work and how you can transmute pain that we experience during contraction, because really our bones are opening, our cervix is opening. So obviously it's not gonna feel comfortable, but if you know how to breathe right and how to tap here and get this message to feel received, you'll be grateful forever. So I'm so happy if you decide to embark this journey. I really wish you a beautiful orgasmic birth, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye, beautiful.